Welcome, dear Libra, and Happy New Year. I'm sitting here shuffling cards, multitasking, and it seems like I'm really bad at it. Well, welcome here to Wellness Beyond Intuition with me, Oliver. We are going to dive in and look at what January has in store for you. I apologize, they're a little late, but that's life. Life happens even to the best of us. Life happens through us. I do personal readings. You can find that all in all the links there below this video, so you can check those out. And if you like personal reading, and also I suggest that you check out your other placement: Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And I gotta tell you, I'm going to make a separate video for why Jupiter. A lot of people have asked me why Jupiter. Well, for me, it's a very important planet for many different reasons, but that we will get into in a completely different, it's going to be something completely different, because I don't want to get into that right now. I just think that it's important for you to know that if this doesn't necessarily resonate with you, your sun sign, there are other places to go where you might hear a phrase or two that really resonate with you. And this is the important part, because it's important that there's something there for you to really allow yourself to dive into and give yourself an opportunity to look at. Okay, I'm just happy that you're here. Okay, so let's figure this one. Oh, hey, wait. Okay, that's way too many cards. They're too excited. They're falling out of my hands. They're doing all they can. Well, let's see where we're at. Okay, let's give this a go. So we start out with the King of Pentacles. Good old Santa Claus there. Look, Santa Claus. Sorry, he looks like Santa Claus. This is probably what I would look like if I grew my beard and my hair that long. The Chariot, the Five of Cups. Been a little bit of disappointment there. The Queen of Cups. Oh, but you're turning that around in your favor. The Eight of Swords. You are overthinking situations, my friend. Three of Cups, celebration. That's good. And the Page of Wands. Yeah. And then we got the Eight of Wands keep coming up today. That's wonderful. The Nine of Cups. Oh, good. And we are ending on the spread on the Emperor. All right, let's look at this, because it's sort of like a little bit of a bag of mixed things, and it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. For me, I feel almost like you've allowed yourself to. And remember, these readings, they're general. I read them the way they land, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be romance or career or whatever. It's however the cards, they show up, okay? Later on, throughout the year, we're going to start looking more specifically, not in this particular, because I'm always going to do this spread this way, because this is a good guideline. It's a good guidance to just sort of see where you are, some sort of general. Well, we're going to go in and look at specifically at your love life and your career, etc. Those are going to be separate videos that you can check out. So King of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, for me, it feels almost like there was an endeavor that you wanted to sort of push forward or run off with. Okay, it brought you a lot of headache, in the sense that you were overthinking things. Again, this is general. Doesn't have to apply to all Libras out there. Why you want to check out all the other placements, where you were overthinking things, and that kind of, with the Five of Cups, which is a little bit of disappointment, collapsed as we say, collapsed the field. Okay, we want to keep the field stable when we go after something that we want. But what collapses that field? It doesn't matter whether you want a new relationship, or you want a new career, or you invest your money in certain things, or you invest your heart in a certain person. It creates a field where you want to operate from. But what collapses that field is when we start questioning ourselves, when we start doubting, when we start pulling up the fear in us that, oh, I'm not good enough, or I shouldn't have done this, or should I have done that, or we go into overthinking mode. And what it is, the field where we plant our seeds of the fruits that we want to see actually grow and become ours, they don't have a quiet space to nurture itself and grow. Does that make sense? Because we keep overthinking it. Now, the good news here is that for some reason you have managed to a certain degree to find your inner strength in the sense of the Queen of Cups. She is sort of in her own little world, and she is the queen of her own domain. And just because she's called the Queen of Cups doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be female. It can also be a male energy. Remember, we don't talk gender when we talk these cards. So, but for the sake of it, she is all about the heart-centered energy. Seriously, her cup is right next to the heart, right? It's overflowing with energy. It's overflowing with love, and she has so much love to give and to spread. So somehow you found in all of this that you were doing, you found a way to spread the love regardless of what it is that was going on in your life. You found a way to spread the love. You put your mind into a new venture, you ran with it. You came across a little bit of disappointment, it brought your head into overthinking. Now the good news is that the Five of Cups is not a lasting energy. It rarely is. Yes, of course, it can escalate into more, but in my opinion and in my observation, it rarely does. It stays just there, and we can get over it pretty fairly and pretty fairly quickly and pretty smoothly. And that's what I said you have, because you're celebrating here in the middle of it. The Page of Wands, you are dancing to your own beat in the midst of all of this. You're giving it, and it's actually bringing on the Eight of Wands and then the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card, where you are seriously stepping off everything and you are celebrating love and care and honesty and prosperity and all the good stuff that is in your life. You step off of it. So I'm happy that you didn't give it a lot of thought when you hit that Five of Cups energy. So whatever it is that you invest in has turned out pretty much in your favor. If you haven't seen the fruits of you haven't experienced the fruits of your labor just yet, or if you haven't experienced the return of what it is you invested in, I would say give it until April. Give it until April. This is my time frame for you. Give it until April, which is very important. Because you got the Emperor here, who is a trendsetter. Seriously, he paved the way, and it's Aries energy, and they don't take shortcuts. I had just talked to Aries about that. If they see a wall, they go, why walk around the wall when you can just go straight through it? They take their horns and just go straight through it. But the Aries energy here is actually taking you straight to where you need to and want to be. And this venture that you invested in, and here we are. It could be career, or it could be romance, or it could be both. You will see that you will succeed and you will experience the fruit of your labor. As I keep saying, you will rake in what it is that you have put out there. It's going to come back tenfold. And that's pretty exciting for me to sit here and look at you being able to follow your heart. And even though you felt there was a few setbacks, you kept going. And you did it because you decided to operate from your heart, right? It doesn't work any other way. So, and that's what you did. And there was reason to celebrate, and you decided to celebrate when it was time to celebrate. Like, if you understand what it is I'm saying, then you know that this is beautiful. It really is. It is incredible. It is right in alignment with everything that needs to happen in your life. And what a way to start the new year. Even if you haven't experienced it yet, you will. Yeah. The new year promises to be quite spectacular for you. And I don't know. I am really thrilled for you because, dear Libra, if anybody deserves this, it's you. God only knows what you've been through in the past. It's not been easy. But here you are, and you bring it all together, and you get a chance to really play the emperor in all of this, or the empress if you are hung up on, gender. Well, I can't see the empress because she represents something completely different than the emperor, but it's also always a representation of something different, right? But you're doing really well, and January is going to be a wonderful month for you. I really believe that from what I'm looking at, and 2023 promises to be also quite spectacular. And as I said, if you haven't quite seen what it is that you want to see as evidence of all of this, give it until April. I will say give it until April, and run with it. Keep going. Keep going. Don't get off that chariot. Keep going. The adventures are plenty, and there are many, and there will be cause for more celebrations. Okay? Hit that like button, please, and I will see you back here in February.